Without Mental Health Gambia is a charitable organization working in cordial relationship with the Ministry of Health and Social Welfare in providing and increasing awareness of the populace regarding mental health, substance abuse and misuse order and prevention of such through advocacy and awareness campaign. In line with their mission, they recently partnered with the House of Hope Gambia under the stewardship of FCA, Friends of Asylum Seekers NGO, to implement a project on trauma treatment. The project is funded by Sweet Meat Stiftung, Germany. The whole idea is to train individuals on narrative exposure therapy net, a treatment for trauma spectrum disorders included in survivors of multiple and complex trauma. Presently, they have concluded a second phase of the narrative exposure therapy net training, which was an intensive 4-week training for Gambians from various walks of life, like the Ministry of Health's Mental Health Sector, NGO, and Security Services. Safitu Kinte, a treasurer of No Health Without Mental Health Gambia, speaks on behalf of the president of the organization, Mustafa S. Kinte, gives a brief statement on the formation of the organization and the services they have provided to remedy mental health issues in the Gambia.
Okay, No Health Without Mental Health is a non-charitable organization that was established some time ago, a couple of years ago, by mental health nurses. We are not much in the country, but we felt that there is a growing need for mental health services in the country, looking at the number of young people that are getting ill due to mental health problems. So we try to give mental health services from the facility level, that's Tanga Psychiatric Hospital, because it's the only mental health facility in the country, to extend it also into the community, then all the way into the province to make sure the services reaches the right people, the vulnerable groups. So, but we are also working in partnership with the Ministry of Health. We all know that no health organization or organization that fights for the rights of mental health patients, you wouldn't be able to do what you do without the collaboration and the support of the Ministry of Health. So they were very instrumental in making sure that the organization was registered and is established. So we give free mental health services to people who are vulnerable and they are in need. That extends to even migrants that are deported or that comes from overseas into the country to make sure they have a mental health, their mental health services or challenges are addressed.
Sanabi Sabali, the country coordinator of the House of Hope Gambia, said the project is geared toward helping people with mental health issues. He urged the public to appeal to the Victim Center to send their representatives to be trained on mental health issues at the House of Hope, as they are more concerned about victims or people who are traumatized.
It started in Goma in Congo, DRC. It is geared towards helping anyone who has trauma, PTSD, post-trauma stress disorders. It's a lot of spectrum of disorders that people can undergo, and it's not like in Mandinka when we say anyama tele, but it's not that the person is crazy. The person is suffering from what we call the wound in the soul. Like if I take a knife and cut my hand, you will say he has a wound in the hand, but this one is a wound in the soul. The person could be as healthy as we are thinking, but the person is suffering internally. And here I would definitely cross over a little bit to appeal to the public, to appeal to the management of our victim center. We have, maybe it might be taken as a complaint, but it is not. It is the reality. We have, for 2 occasions, invited the victim center to send in their people to come and train so that they could be the first person under the same roof with the victims to train them, so to help them when they are trained. But the victim center, somehow, I will use the word, they boycotted House of Hope the Gambia in collaboration with No Health Without Mental Health. I am not much concerned about their boycott because that cannot do anything against our training or our activities in the country. However, my main concern is the people they are claiming to be responsible for, which is the clients or their victims in that center who definitely are suffering, who are traumatized, and they needed our assistance. Now we have brought this help right to their doorsteps, but they have boycotted our training, they have boycotted our request to have their clients, their victims, to come to House of Hope to get assistance, meaning Heal Gambia. I want the journalists, the media houses who are here to reach out to the population. We are asking the Victim Center to rethink and and understand this project is purely for the Gambian society.
In conclusion, he urged the graduate trainees to utilize the knowledge gained from the training by delivering it and avoid anything that can de-traumatize and do the rightful in helping communities to alleviate situation of mental health issues.
Make sure that, as always, we have been telling you, the victims should be the center of everything, and you must be very careful. Do not employ anything on the victim on the client if you are not sure what you are doing is the right thing. The client is traumatized. He or she comes to us. They expect us to give them a good healing mechanism. It is wrong for us to operate on the client by re-traumatizing them again.
Priska Maliaro, CEO of EFCA, a human rights organization working for migrants and refugees in Germany and legal advisors for the refugees all over the world, said narrative exposure net therapy is a good project for communities as African communities has a long tradition of narrative. She bemoans on challenges and expressed her gratitude about the project as they train group of counselors and the program is based for sustainability.
With the same program like we had it now in the Gambia, and we had a project for 3.5 years, and it was very, very difficult to implement this project, but it was very successful. So it's not easy to build bridges between the white people world and the African communities, but I'm really very, very grateful about that project. So we trained a group of 10-12 counselors in the time of 3.5 years, and 2 of them are here today. This is Jonas Batawila and Georges Mendy, and how she said this program is the trainer program, which is always the best for sustainability. But I'm very sad that this project stops now. The problem is that we have to contribute 25% from our organization, which is very difficult for us because we are just a project holding organization.
Adjunct Bantawila, a trainer, thanked the House of Hope and their partners. He thanked the project as it gave them the chance to know those that are traumatized. Among other speakers were the students of the first and second batch who appreciate the project by giving them a good experience. Reporting for Kairaba News Network, I am Makoto.
Are you worried about the delay in the delivery of your remittances? Jamono Money Transfer is your only solution with more than 9 years experience in remittances services. It's accessible, reliable, affordable, and convenient. Jamono Money Transfer is affiliated with Ajay Guaranteed Trust Bank Limited, Mega Bank, Apps, Reliance Bank, and many others. You can send and receive your monies from friends and families both home and abroad through Jamono branches at various strategic locations in the country with high standard customer service. Please walk into any nearest Jamono branch for efficient and timely service delivery. For more information, you can visit its headquarters at Bursabi, right opposite AfriMed International Hospital, or call on the following numbers: +220-3103-050, +220-3103-051, or +220-3755-522.